What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream. But today we have a very special guest, a friend of the channel, and friend of mine for a while in the space, Echoes from Above. We're here to debate one thing, and it's this man right here. One thing, it's this man right here, boy. With all the things that have went down the last week or so, it's been getting out of control. And we agree on, FTX being pretty terrible, but we disagree on one thing. How much responsibility lies on the influencers that promoted FTX? More specifically, YouTube financial influencers. What's going on, man? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
What's going on, man? This one's going to be good. First off, definitely an honor to be here. I've been following you for a long time. I'm always in your chat.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting on my computer at work during the day, I'm watching your streams at 10 o'clock. So, shout out to you, man.
Yeah, and a lot of people who don't know, the reason why we kind of became kind of cool is that whole Meet Kevin situation where he did a real stupid move by going around hitting people with takedown notices and copyright strikes for covering his DUI, correct?
Yeah, so I broke the story that he got a DUI, and then he
got did break that story.
I was the first one that broke it. I was the one who found it. It took me 2 hours to find. It's a whole story behind that. But yeah, I found that he got a DUI. He got pissed about it. Everybody and their grandmother took that video and made their own videos so they could get views, and Meet Kevin just copyright striked and privated all those. And I got 2 strikes on my channel because of that. Was insane.
Did you get it taken off?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I did. Thank God. Yeah. But the videos, unfortunately, one of the videos, he filed a privacy complaint, and they never let me put that original DUI video up. He was able to get that taken down. So
public footage gets taken down from YouTube because the person in it, not even coming from him, right? Coming from a body cam camera from out of Florida, he gets that taken down. That's absolutely insane, bro.
He got lucky though, because I made a mistake. There was one small part of the video where his address was showing, which I didn't even do that. But when you're looking at public records and all that, it was a complete accident. It really was. I even went back and blurred it out, and I still got the video taken down, and YouTube wouldn't give it back. So I'm just like, whatever. Most of the OGs during that time, which took place in July, they know that it was me. They know who broke it.
Dude, yeah, 100%. That's what's up, man. And I have had experiences before getting copyright strikes on my channel that were pretty much dumb. Like, not even YouTube's. You can abuse YouTube systems. It's insane, especially if you're a bigger YouTuber.
Bro, me and you are so similar. Like, it's just
we are,
crypto, and I'm in stocks. Like, you went through 100%. The same crap that I went through with the Saitama and all those clowns and stuff like that. You went through a lot too, so I get it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, but we disagree about this situation, and this kind of all stemmed from Spencer Cornelia versus CoffeeZilla. Okay, so of course you guys know that the FTX pretty much is done. 1 week, this time last week, one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges by trust score, not volume, by trust score, however Binance measures that, collapsed within a week. Now, a lot of people promoting FTX were financial influencers, some of your best friends on the platform. Tell me why you think they hold a lot of the responsibility for wrecking their investors.
I'll get into that. First thing I'll say is I actually spoke to Spencer on the phone about the whole situation. So
did you?
Even when we spoke on the phone about what was going on, because I made a video about him, he even agreed with a lot of the points that I said. But basically, ultimately, I have to explain my entire journey first before we even get into this. So since January 2022, when Meet Kevin first sold all the stocks, I have just been going after and hammering these finance YouTubers for the entire year. Like, I've been doing this. So I know everybody's jumping on the train now with FTX, but you got to understand, I've been doing this for a while. I've been calling these guys frauds and scams and clowns. But ultimately, the reason why they hold responsibility is because they come off as financial gurus in the finance YouTube space. So if you're coming off as that, you have to closely vet the sponsorships and things that you do and the information that you give, which they've never done. And I've been calling that out. It's just the FTX situation finally exposed everybody else to it. But this is just one thing out of a bunch of other things, because a lot of these guys were promoting Voyager Digital and BlockFi and whatever else, all this crap. I mean, this stuff really goes deep. And then we could even go deeper. Some of these stocks that they promoted were scams. Like, that's how deep this goes. So that's why I think they share responsibility, because you got all these new people in the finance space. They're coming off as gurus, and now people get screwed because of it.
Yeah, and that is true. I mean, a lot of people that come to YouTube don't understand that a lot of these guys that are successful mostly is because they're YouTubers. It's
Yes.
not because of what they did in their personal lives, which I'm sure being a YouTuber is part of that, but it's not because Meet Kevin's a good guy in real estate. Great. Graham Stevens a great job when it comes to personal finance, real estate, being frugal. But the reason how the way they acquired all their wealth was because they're YouTubers. That's it. So some people can differentiate like, oh no, this person is sponsoring this, they're sponsoring that, they're promoting their course this. I mean, like a person like me, I know that what they're selling me half the time is good information. Half the time they're trying to sell me a course or a product or invest into something. But I go to them for like some of their like good financial like tips. Like I think Graham Stevens has some good tips on how to be frugal, how to save, and those sorts of things, how to invest. I think it's good stuff. But the other side to that is the stuff they promote, like FTX, like Voyager, whatever programs they're in. And I do think that there is fault to be taken on a lot of that stuff. But for me, FTX as an influencer seemed like a layup.
Okay. So define that. We have to define that.
When you're doing
how much they're paying them, or you thought it was safe,
No, because we know cryptocurrency companies they break bread when they're influencers, right? Especially big ones. But what I'm saying is the people that were already invested in FTX, the people that trust FTX, now we're seeing out the ties that the FTX had to some government officials and people in the Democratic Party, which you could say that's positive or negative. But when you have that sort of backing, you would think, oh, this may be a safe thing to promote.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you something. Me and my crew, me, Strongman, we already knew this. We told everybody this months ago. And it's not because we're geniuses. It's because we know how to look at financials of companies. We know how to determine risk. And that's the big problem. As a finance channel, and I want to make it clear, this separates from you and some of the others because you all are crypto channels. But when you're a conservative finance channel like we are, we're all about lessening your risk and, getting that annual 10% return every year. Like that's how we invest. And Graham and Andre and all of them are kind of in the same boat. So to be honest with you, we knew that it was going to happen. When I saw what was going on with Voyager and everything, I'm like, I know for a fact that every crypto exchange runs the exact same way. I already knew. It's the same business model. That's why I keep telling everybody, don't think that Binance won't go under either, because they will. I'm telling you right now, they will. They might even be insolvent right now. I guarantee you. All of these exchanges are bad, and that's why everybody should get a cold storage wallet. It's that simple. Should have been.
Yeah. A big proponent of cold storage wallets, guys. I use exchange. It's good to have some money on exchanges, but Coinbase, there it is, baby. Represent. I got one right here. Shout out for if you ever need an ad ledger, just play a bunch of FTX commercials. But yeah, I'm a big proponent of keeping your cryptocurrency off exchanges. I like Coinbase because it's publicly traded in the United States. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but they don't have a token, right? Like Binance has a token, everybody else has a token. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, but to me, when you look at FTX and you look at all their other partnerships, and it's like, do we blame Tom Brady? Do we blame Steph Curry? And I know it's different because they're not financial YouTubers, but their reach, their audience. At the end of the day, the person who sits there and watches Sunday Night Football is like, oh, Tom Brady and his wife Giselle, FTX. I'm going to get an FTX exchange and put some money in there. What's the difference between them and a person watching Meet Kevin that invests the same amount of money, but still the end result is I got wrecked?
Fantastic question. This is going to be a long answer. For one, the average person that's watching football on a Sunday doesn't have any money. When you look at finance channels versus everybody else, I'm just being honest. When you look at finance channels versus every other channel, finance channels, there's a reason why we get a higher RPM on YouTube. We get paid more from YouTube ad revenue. There's a reason why we get more money from sponsorships and all that different stuff, because our fans tend to be older and more wealthy and richer. Folks who are watching Tom Brady are freaking 19-year-old kids. Same thing with these freaking gamers and things like that. And I'm not excusing exactly what they're doing, but the main difference is in the finance community, you have people who have lost large sums of money listening to these YouTubers. And then the ultimate factor in this entire thing is I'm on YouTube. Like, why would I go after Tom Brady and Kevin Hart and stuff? Whoever. Like, I don't give a crap about. I don't even like them. Like, I care about finances. I don't care about that stuff. And my fans don't either. Like, if they watch my video and they'll talk about Tom Brady, that video is gonna get like 2 views. Like, nobody cares. So my thing is, do Tom Brady and everybody share the blame? Yes. And this is why I talked about, because like I said, me and Spencer spoke on the phone about this. And I told Spencer, I'm like, that Tom Brady argument is so dumb. This is the YouTube finance community. We got to regulate this thing ourselves. So forget Tom Brady, and then we're gonna go after the top people on the platform, because I spend way more time watching YouTube as well as everybody else than we do watching football. Let's just be honest. We're on YouTube way more. This is our thing.
Well, oh yeah, 100%. But when you watch that video by CoffeeZilla, right, a guy that is known for exposing scams, bad influence, all kinds of things, right, and
Mhm.
his emphasis on that video is influencers. It's like hammer down on all the YouTube finance influencers. Doesn't even mention anybody else involved, right? When you're a person like CoffeeZilla and you're focusing just on YouTube financial influence, I think that's a little crazy. And not to distribute that blame mostly on one person, because at the end of the day, one guy tricked a lot of people, and a lot of people in power are going to get in trouble because of his greediness,
Yeah, but here's the thing. He's already getting destroyed. The media's tearing him down, destroying him. He's probably on
Yeah, he's done.
suicide watch. Nobody's talking about me, Kevin, and Graham and the other scums. That's where we come in. That's our job. That's where we got to come in and talk about these guys and the community and everything that's going on. I mean, I just saw a video recently where Graham Stephan said on his freaking Iced Coffee Hour podcast, like basically what's happening right now, Graham Stephan's already talked about it. I got to find that guy's name, but he already posted a video of Graham basically saying that, like, if he gets a sponsorship, he's going to choose money over the people kind of thing. And that's bad, because had people known that,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, had people known that, it would have saved a lot. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, when people watch these guys, like they're successful and they made they made a lot of money. Like Meet Kevin, that guy is conscientious to a T. He cannot take a break from working, so you got to respect the hustle. But when they insert ad, hey, buy my course for so and so and so at the beginning of every fucking video, it's like, okay, give me the news, right? Give me the news. So I get it when they are pretty much money focused. I do get that.
Well, hold on, I just thought of something else. Here's the other crazy part. These athletes and everybody like Tom Brady and Steph Curry made their money off sports. These scums on YouTube made their money off scamming. So that's another reason why we're going after them. They made their money from pushing these scummy sponsorships and Patreon courses and all that crap. That's a huge difference too.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of them.
Tom Brady and Steph Curry made their money the honorable way. You guys know how I feel about me, Kevin. He's an absolute scammer and scumbag. And you got, he knows this.
On that ass, boy.
I have his number. We talk, like, he knows.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's what makes it so bad. These guys on YouTube are legit scammers, and that's how they made their money. And they got to be held accountable for it. They got to.
So when it comes to their own personal, I've never even heard of any of the stocks they bought or pump or anything like that. I don't really pay attention to that. I watch like FOMC meeting stuff. I watch CPI data stuff, and I watch mostly people like Clear Value Tax now these days, because they're pretty matter of fact and frank and stuff. He's good content. So I don't really watch those guys like that. What I'm saying is that when a YouTuber comes out like CoffeeZilla and puts 99% of the blame on YouTube influencers in his video, it seems a little unfair, since their reach is not even close to the reach that some of these other companies that were fooled, like BlackRock. You think BlackRock crossed the T's, dotted the I's when, investing into FTX? You think so? You think so? Or what do you think? What do you think their due diligence looked like?
Way big difference. Big difference. Me and Spencer talked about that too. So BlackRock and Sequoia, first off, most people on YouTube don't even know who they are. So that didn't have anything to do with it. And the other part to it is, these are gigantic multi-billion-dollar venture capitalist firms that put a small amount of their money into FTX because they thought that Sam Bankman-Fried was going to be the next big thing, which, if you look at from their perspective, was smart. Now, I know on their website they say a whole different thing, which, by the way, Sequoia took down what they said about Sam Bankman-Fried, but you got to read between the lines here, and you got to see what's really happening here. They saw that this guy was donating billions of dollars to the Democratic Party, which there's a reason for that. Democratic Party are probably going to be the ones that are going to regulate crypto the hardest. So Sam Bankman-Fried's like, let me get in front of this. Let me lobby these guys so they can be on my side and I can have influence on the laws. Sequoia, because keep in mind, Sam Bankman-Fried's been donating to the Democratic Party before all this crypto stuff got popular. He was donating them back in 2019. So Sequoia, everybody else, yes. Yeah, exactly. And his brother controls the super PAC that he was donating the money through. So everybody in the venture capitalist firms like Sequoia were like, okay, this dude might really take over crypto. Let's go ahead and place a bet on him. That's all that they did. They placed a small bet on him and put money in him. They weren't on YouTube saying, here's my link. Oh my God, FTX is the greatest thing in the world. Sign up for my link. Put all your money in here. All this crazy. Andre Jick went on his channel and said he had all his money in BlockFi.
That is
like,
so.
Oh my God.
I'm not here defending BlockFi. That is the stupidest. That is a. Hopefully, I bet he didn't. No way he didn't.
No, he did. Well, maybe it's not all his money, but he showed.
He's capping,
He showed proof of it. So maybe it wasn't all his money, but he put $1 million in there. That's stupid.
So stupid.
You're putting $1 million in the BlockFi, you freaking. First of all, I'll tell you the truth. I know you're a crypto channel. I would never in my life put $1 million in the crypto. I'm sorry. Heck no.
It depends where you're at with crypto. And look, there's definitely safer investments than others. But let me tell you right now, these are the dog days in crypto. Let me tell you. Let me tell. People always say, I'm not a Bitcoin maxi. I'm not a crazy crypto maxi. I can see both sides of the argument. People say, crypto's a hedge against inflation, and what's the time frame? Not the last year. It's not. Bitcoin's down 80%, inflation's at 8%, but crypto's not doing so well. But I do see where you're coming from. I get it. My thing is like, yes, we're on YouTube. That's our platform. That's who we should be going after. Yeah, fine. But the distribution of the blame is absolutely insane. You make a video like that with 1 million views, right? Just dunking on Meet Kevin, which let me tell you, those guys need dunking on, right? Because it's so corny and cheesy, and it's just ridiculous, right? But why not mention everyone else that was involved? Because if BlackRock and Sequoia Capital did their due diligence, or maybe any other company wanted to be involved with FTX, whoever lawyers are involved that have to deal with, checking all the boxes, what does their due diligence look like? Is it better than those big companies? You know what I mean? Like, so why blame those guys when they thought it probably was a layup? No way they thought this thing would collapse this year.
All right. We'll explain this again. All right. So, like I said, BlackRock, Sequoia, people got to understand, BlackRock has like $1 trillion on their freaking balance sheet. Like
it's 10 trillion, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, something insane. So when you compare those two top firms, again, they're not making YouTube videos. Honestly, BlackRock and Sequoia don't care nothing about retail investors. They don't even talk to us. Those are the rich of the rich. They could care less about us.
Of course.
They're on Silicon Valley doing their thing with the other venture capitalists. So I think they definitely shouldn't even be in this argument, especially considering how small amount of their overall balance sheet they even allocated to FTX. That's speculative investment.
What the argument is, what due diligence did they do to put that much money? They're not just because they're BlackRock doesn't mean they're like they're like, hey, here's a few $100 million for you. We don't know you. We didn't do any due diligence. Here's a few $100 million. It's like, no, they did due diligence. So what tools did they use? They have to be superior to Meet Kevin's, right? Than Andre Jix. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're clowns for sure. Yeah, they made a mistake too. They're clowns, but that's not the same thing as these idiots on YouTube who don't know anything. Do you understand, Rodney, that half these clowns on YouTube don't even know what crypto is?
100%.
They don't even understand. I see them get terms wrong all the time.
Yeah.
Shiba Inu's a crypto and all this dumb, like, they're just so dumb.
Oh, a coin. Yeah, they call it a coin. Yeah,
right. They call it right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, no, it's not. Like, they don't even do the surface level research to understand what this stuff is. And this is what we need to understand. That is the key difference here is Tom Brady and Sequoia Capital and everybody wasn't on YouTube with millions of followers influencing people. That is the big difference. And again, sure, some people probably got hurt by the Tom Brady thing. I'm not excusing them, but it's not the same thing as a Graham Steffens, a finance channel, a person who's supposed to be a finance guru with a Patreon, with buy and sell alerts. Meet Kevin has a course that's supposed to teach you to not fall for this, and he fell for it. You see what I'm saying? He has a course.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
got a finance course.
That's true. Okay, so for example, right? Because the issue is that Sam Bankman-Fried kind of lied to everybody. Okay, so if, say, for example, your due diligence, right? And who knows what the balance sheet of Alameda Research looked like and FTX looked like, because they're not publicly traded companies. So if said person lies to you about something and you think that's part of due diligence, and now you come back and find out, oh no, this crypto company, Alameda Research, was all backed by funny money created by FTX. Well, they didn't know that. They were lied to, right? Same thing with Tom Brady. Same thing with Steph Curry's agents, because I guarantee you they don't even deal with FTX.
No, they have
Mercedes,
people who do it for them.
F1, MLB, TSM, esports, Miami Heat, the basketball leader, Gary Gensler, our nemesis, right? So, like all these people who were lied to, like you have to think that the reason why FTX was created, in my opinion, was to fund to get money to the Democratic Party. I think that's one of the reasons why it was created. It's too coincidental.
Wait, which one?
FTX.
Yeah, Alameda. That was Alameda that was doing that.
Well, I'm saying, but they were using. They were both. Sam Bankman-Fried's a mega donor, though.
Yeah, through Alameda. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, FTX was created a couple weeks after Biden announced his plan to run for president. I think it's too coincidental. It was a good way to get money to the Democratic Party, I think. And if you research the whole donating to Ukraine thing, is actually kind of an insane rabbit hole. I think that these people, that new SBF, if they knew that what was going on behind the scenes was happening, they wouldn't kind of sign off on him, right? because at the end of the day, they were going to get exposed for all the shadiness going down with them, and FTX and political parties. So I think that FTX and SBF was just lying to everybody, and a lot of these influencers and companies got fooled. So I think the blame has to go on SBF, all of it.
Well, it's already on him. He's, like I said, he's getting destroyed. It's already on him. But now we need to move down to the next bracket of clowns. And yes, politicians. I don't need. Look, I used to work in politics. I used to run political campaigns. Politicians are clowns for real. So I'm not even thinking about them in this entire thing. I'm really thinking about the finance people, because again, when you run a finance channel, you should be able to decipher what's risk versus non-risk. And again, me and my crew on our on Strongman's channel, we've been talking about this before it was popular. We've been saying that this stuff is risky, this stuff is bad. I have an entire video where I broke down why Voyager was a scam before the collapse. I broke down how they got illegally listed on the exchange. They weren't even supposed to be listed. Then they bought some other exchange to get the customers, and it's just a whole rabbit hole. It's all this foolishness. And when you look at all these crypto companies, and even though FTX is, not a publicly traded company, you can still do the research and figure this stuff out. You find that all these exchanges run the exact same way. They all run the exact same way. So that's the main thing here. And again, if you're a finance channel, you're supposed to be teaching people how to be a good investor. And that's where it gets to why these people are being called out so much. You can't have a finance channel and your stupid self doesn't even know how to freaking do research and figure out a bad company. And like I said, Andre Jick in the same video where he talked about FTX collapsing, told people to click on his affiliate link for BlockFi, which FTX was bailing out.
He did not do that. He did not.
What the hell do you think is going to happen to BlockFi?
Yeah,
this is the stuff I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, that's actually hilarious, dude. Fucking come on, Andre.
Coming out on that one. It's funny.
That's hilarious. By the way, kick my BlockFi link. You know what I mean? He probably didn't understand who was exposed to FTX, because it's a contagion, right? There's a bunch of spreadsheets that tell you. So maybe he didn't dig that deep. BlockFi, I don't know much about. I don't deal with crypto exchanges unless I'm sending my money to them and cashing it out for fiat. That's how I deal with cryptocurrency exchanges, and that's how everyone should. Do not keep the majority of your crypto in these exchanges, because no cryptocurrency is FDIC insured. None. It's just fiat. So if you're going to keep your money on the exchange, make sure it's an actual dollars, not a cryptocurrency, not even stable coins. It's kind of crazy, but I think this shows we need regulation. But what I'm trying to say is, on the hierarchy of clowns, right? If we're saying BlackRock and Sequoia, clowns, Tom Brady's agents, Steph Curry's agents, Staples Center for putting FTX in their damn hardwood floor, clowns, right? MLB, clowns. Everybody else, clowns. All right.
Okay.
Gary Gensler supporting his, acquaintances, friend, clown. On the hierarchy of clowns, where are finance YouTubers? Got to be near the bottom.
No. And I want to give a few shout outs. I didn't even know these people were in here. I see some people, Staccato. I always forgot to say your name. Staccato is in here. And Jungle Week is in here. Shout out to you guys. I know they be watching my channel and stuff.
Yes, and if you guys are watching my channel, links to Echoes from Above, all his social medias, and YouTube are in the description down below. Give this man a follow. Very, very good content. And usually we agree on things, but not this thing.
Hey, Staccato just said a very important point. And this is what I was telling you, Rodney. He just said that BlackRock and Sequoia Capital need to invest in literally everything. He's right. He's right. And we have this problem in the finance industry. These idiots will buy these penny stocks and they'll be like, oh my God, Bank of America. Oh my God, BlackRock owns it. Yeah, they have so much freaking money. Like, yeah, they have a lot of speculative investments too, but it's such a small part of their portfolio. It really doesn't matter. It's not the same thing as Andre Jick having $1 million in BlockFi. That's what I keep saying. But to answer the tier list, I really think it's this. I think it's Sam Bankman-Fried, and then I think after that it's the influencers. And you can Hold on, just listen to me. You can loop Kevin O'Leary in there and that Anthony Pompliano guy, whatever his name is. You can loop them in there. I will agree that they're in there. But the reason why I'm not looping Tom Brady and people in there is because I know how this stuff works. Tom Brady has people who are doing that for him. That's not him. It's 100%. Way different than me, Kevin, and Andre Jick, who actually get the information on their desk. You know what Tom Brady probably does? He probably has smart. He probably gets the FTX sponsorship, and then it just goes to his guy. He probably glanced at it, but does Tom Brady really know about this stuff? Heck no. So whoever his rich accountant guy is looks at that crap and does all that stuff for him. Me, Kevin, and all these influencers, they get this stuff and they read it and they see it, and they have to know about it because they talk about it every day on their channels. It's way different. So for me, it's Sam Bankman-Fried. It's all the clowns involved, like that Alameda Research CEO who's trying to go to Dubai and all that.
Dude, isn't that nuts?
Second, huh?
Isn't her story nuts?
Yeah, her story isn't crazy. Her story is insane.
Yeah.
And then after that, for me, is the influencers. Then you could say Tom Brady. Then you can maybe say BlackRock. Even though, like I said, I'm not even putting Were they stupid? Yes, but again, they're not going to be like Kathy Wood, who's lost like all her money this year. Like lost like 80%. They're going to be okay.
Kathy alone.
But do you see what I'm saying? They're going to be okay. Like Sequoia's going to be fine. Meet Kevin and Andre Jick and all these idiots. No, it's way different. Their reputations are tarnished forever. Way different. That's all I'm saying.
I get it, and I get what you say that these big hedge funds and stuff, they have their money. A lot of these places, big investment firms, have their money in a lot of places because that's what they do. They're trying to make their clients money, right? They're trying to make money. I do get that, but at the same time, like they still have to do due diligence. They're not going to be yeeting money into everything, you know. And I know it comes from more than just one person, but when it comes to the hierarchy of people that had the biggest impact on the everyday person, the biggest platform, the biggest audiences, I think those people have to be near the top, right? All fooled by one man, but they have to be near the top. And I don't think that YouTube has the same reach. In fact, they don't, than all these other big brands and companies. There's no way.
Yeah.
You know, they don't have the same reach. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But I still think the YouTubers share a much larger brain. I mean, again, I know they have the Miami Heat Stadium, and I'm not saying that these people are innocent. I'm not saying that they all share the blame, but these YouTubers are in a whole different bracket because, like I said, it comes to this core point. These YouTubers should have known better. These YouTubers are investors. Tom Brady's not. He's a football player. This guy's an investor. I guess the best way I can explain it is if Warren Buffett and Tom Brady invest in something, and Warren Buffett has a channel, or he goes on his Berkshire shareholder meeting promoting it and telling everybody to sign up and all that, who are you going to blame more? Warren Buffett. You're supposed to be the master investor. You've been beating the market every year, and now you're promoting it on your Berkshire meetings. Am I right? How can I blame Tom Brady more over Warren Buffett? You're Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with these YouTubers. You're me, Kevin. I thought you were a great investor. What happened to your stocks and psychology and money and all that dumb shit? Like, come on, bro.
Well, it's crazy because maybe they deserve more of the blame. It's like this guy throws a football. What the fuck does he know about personal finance? You know, an FTX exchange, you know, crypto exchanges, you know? So maybe the blame's even more on these guys. What's up, Jungle Inc? Thank you for the $2 donation. I know this guy's on your channel a lot. I see him all the time, right?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
You got a crypto channel too.
Yay, let's go, Jungle Inc. Okay, cool. Yeah, but I'm like, you know, if I'm watching look at me as a person with a brain, right? I can differentiate. I can look at Steph Curry and Tom Brady and be like, oh, those motherfuckers don't know shit about crypto. Why am I going to buy FTX? But a lot of people can't. They say, oh, FTX and his hot ass wife are sitting there like, hey, what's on my FTX account? You know, I could be like, oh, I could be inspired by that to get FTX and put some money into crypto, right? I could be inspired to do that. So, I mean, you could even say the blame's even worse on these financial YouTubers, right? Or these on these people that are not in finance but promoting FTX, right? What business do they have? They don't know anything about finance.
Yeah, not for me, man. Not for me. I mean, they definitely share the blame. Don't get me wrong. They're bad people. Like, I get it. Like, they made a huge mistake. But these finance YouTubers are just in a whole different bracket for me. Especially the fact that you're coming off as a finance YouTuber. Yeah, of course. When these celebrities, because, you know, you had all these celebrities promoting NFTs and stuff like that. And Gary Gensler going after Kim Kardashian because a bunch of people got wrecked. I completely get it. But for me, it's just so much different when you're an actual finance channel. You're coming off as a professional investor. It's just so much different. That's just what it comes down to for me.
I mean,
so I understand your argument. Have they technically hurt way more people? Sure. I get it. Okay. They probably harm way more people because they have a way bigger following. I get it. But then my argument would be, not to be rude, but some of those people who are following an entertainer are kind of dumb anyway. I can see how you could get tricked by a Meet Kevin, somebody who comes off as really smart. Like, if you don't know much about stocks or you're just new in your beginning, you can really easily get swindled by Meet Kevin because of how smart he is. He doesn't know anything about investing, but he really knows how to talk, and he's very articulate, so you could easily get tricked. And he's not a complete idiot. He knows some things about investing.
Like,
he's
smart.
He can read a balance
sheet. A hard worker, you know?
And that's just the big difference for me. So it's so much easier to trick these higher net worth individuals than for a Tom Brady or somebody like that. That's just my main argument here.
And what people have to understand about that is that, you know, excuse me, the main reason why the SEC was going after Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather and I think Paul Pierce for promoting Ethereum Max, it was that cryptocurrency thing, was because they never told people that it was an ad. See, in my brain, when I see, like, for example, if I watch your channel, right, and I see you say, I like so and so. Excuse me, I have a bad cough.
You're good.
Say like you were like, I like so and so stock because of this, whatever. If I listen to you and I believe and I watch you every day and I like your channel, I'm like, oh well, Echoes likes this said stock. He's genuinely into it because he likes it. He's a good investor, yada yada. But if I know you're saying like, oh, like hashtag ad for so and so stock, the ad part for me really is like a deal breaker on whether or not I trust this advice or not. I'm like, oh, they're getting paid to talk about it. So as a regular person, when I see Meet Kevin say, I'm sponsored by FTX, I'm like, oh, of course he's going to say good things about it. It doesn't mean I should buy it, but of course he's going to say good things about it. But to your argument, a lot of people watching him just take his investment advice and will buy anything he promotes.
Yeah, but look at it like this: if you're new to the market and you don't know anything, and you think that Meet Kevin is a genius, which crazily a lot of people do, you're watching that and you're like, well, I got this money, I got all these stimulus checks and all this other crap we got in 2021, and I want to get into crypto. I might as well click on this link. And then you click on this link and you invest all your money in it. Everything's going good, and the next thing you know, you can't withdraw your money. Like literally, that's what's happening here.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Happening. Yeah.
And
so the issue is with a lot of these cryptocurrency companies is that they're saying that they are backed 1-to-1 with customer assets. And it turned out FTX was just like, yeah, we're going to give some Alameda research. Go ahead and trade with it. It's like a Ponzi scheme. It's like the Bernie Madoff situation. Everything is good until everyone wants their money all at once, right? Yeah. But to me, it's like, man, when you don't know the balance sheet of a company and you don't know they're doing those shady business practices, when even a company, because arguably the reason why FTX started to collapse was because of CZ, right? CZ pretty much announced to the world that he was selling all of his FTT tokens. And that's why everyone, but his coin market cap, his own coin ranking system, his website had FTX as one of the third most trusted exchange. Mm-hmm. Because, by exchange score, which is like liquidity, one of the big weight factors. So to me, it's like, if you're doing research as a Meet Kevin, as a, these other people, if they did their research on FTX, you see something like that, you're like, okay, well, they're trusted by these guys. Yeah, I'll promote them, layup.
But that's my thing. That's not research. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming from the stock world. Now, if you're in crypto, maybe. I'm not sure how the crypto world works, but in stocks, we are taught to do very thorough research before we make an investment. We've got to look at the management. We've got to see some numbers here, some financials. Like we would have easily been able to you could have easily been able to figure that out had you just did more research, in my opinion.
It's just so weird when these companies are not publicly traded, and everything is not so in front of our faces, because we didn't know anything about Alameda Research's balance sheet until it got leaked.
Right, but when you look at everybody else, all the other exchanges, you can kind of draw a conclusion that, okay, if all these exchanges that were trusted are doing this, because it wasn't just Voyager, there was like 50 different exchanges that were all doing the same thing. It's like, okay, FTX is probably doing that too. And then, let's be honest, there were some red flags. Like, I saw some red flags. Like, they're all living in whenever you see somebody living in the Bahamas, this is why I give Coinbase their credit. They live in the United States.
That's right, baby, yeah.
CZ lives in Dubai, right?
It's not an American company.
Sam Bankman and all that live in the Bahamas. That's already a big red flag. Why are you over there instead of in the United States? And that's why I said where it comes to risk. And this is what I want to say. I think a lot of people didn't think about risk, including these influencers. They just thought about money. They got greedy. They didn't think about risk. And that's why I say you shouldn't be an investor then if you're going to do that, at least in my opinion. At least not for the traditional finance people. I'm not speaking for your crowd of crypto people, but in traditional finance, it's way more strict. We like Warren Buffett. We old boomers. We don't play that.
Well, I mean, that's why a lot of these I saw the writings on the wall when I first got into cryptocurrency. It's like everything's okay when the market's pumping, but when the market starts dumping, and this is a Warren Buffett quote, right? Everyone, you see who's naked or something like that, right? Yeah. That whole quote. And a lot of projects like Terra Luna, who are offering 20% on your stable coin, is absolutely insane. But what I'm saying is, Celsius and Voyager, yes, they were big cryptocurrency exchanges, but they weren't on the same tier level as a Coinbase or Binance, who are both very transparent with their balance sheet looks like, or an FTX. So when you group those three together, and those are the big three, right? Well, now it's big two, but they were the big three a week ago. It was Coinbase, FTX, and Binance, and they seem pretty rock solid, right? So when you're putting them in that category, grouping them with those people, it looks like a layup. That's what I'm saying. When these guys go do their due diligence and they do their research, they see, the exchange score is good. They're supposed to be liquid. Yeah, why not? Everybody trusts them. They have these crazy sponsors and ambassadors. The kind of worldwide name. They have connections with Gary Gensler, the SEC, who's pretty harsh on crypto. If he's harsh on crypto, no way he'd be friends with Sam Bankman-Fried. So what I'm saying is that you weigh all these different factors. You're like, man, this is an okay project to promote.
Not if you're in the stock world like us. If you're in the stock world like us, you got to do more research than that. You can't just go on CoinMarketCap and they're trusted by CoinMarketCap. We're going to promote it. Like, no, that's not even research. Like, research is putting a few hours into it, like really looking.
Like what? If you're looking at it. So if you were looking to get sponsored by FTX, what would you do?
First of all, I talk to some of my friends who are also investors and kind of consult with them, see how they feel. And then after that, I would do deep due diligence into what's going on, just like I did with Voyager. Before I even got on Voyager, I was going to use the platform until I did research. And once I did the research, I'm like, okay, this is literally a Ponzi scheme. And then I'm like, okay, all the other exchanges probably run this way too, because you saw the collapse that was happening with everybody else. Because remember, when Voyager and everybody else was collapsing, these clowns were still pumping FTX. They were still doing it. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, it's not hard to do this kind of research. You go on the website, you start really doing some digging. You know what you got to do? You got to go back into the history. Look at how they started. Look at everything that happened. Once you start doing the digging, you figure out this whole connection with Alameda research and all that. It can be really easy. You just have to put in the work.
Yeah.
It's similar to like when we do research with stocks.
100%. But when you start digging into FTX's past, it looks wrong. Let me tell you, it looks wrong, right? Because all their connections to, the Democratic Party, which is absolutely mind-boggling. If you look at the connections these people know, nuts, right? And you think of their connections with regulators, you're like, oh, well, that's kind of shady. But chances are they're not going to go under because they know all these people. Why would they have these bad business practices when they're so connected to people in power in the United States, especially people that are going after the XRPs, the Binances? Why would they do the same things, have the same shady business practices that those companies had? If I'm looking at the past of FTX, I'm like, these guys are in with some of the elites. Let me get in there. They're safe.
No, because like I said, another red flag that we talk about in the stock world is a lot of these exchanges were offering 8% yields on your money. We in the stock world, we already know that's a scam. We knew it though. We know that's a scam. We knew it.
Yeah.
Like if you can only expect a 10% annual return from the S&P 500, and that's like the best of the best conservative wise, and you got a crypto exchange that's offering you just the same or more, it's a scam. Where are they getting that from? That's my thing. Yeah. It's simple stuff like that we in the stock world are taught to analyze. So just a simple question like that. If somebody offered me the FTX sponsorship, I would go back to the sponsor and be like, it says on your website, got emailing them, it says on your website, you guys are offering 8%. How are you doing that? Guess what FTX would have done? They would have given me a straight answer. I guarantee you they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And then that would have been my red flag right there.
I saw a video, I forgot who it was, but they were actually offered to be sponsored by FTX. And his question was, oh yeah, how are they giving 8% back? Exactly. And they didn't reply, which is hilarious.
It was probably a stock channel because that's how we're taught. Because like I said,
I think so.
If your bank account, if your savings account, there's a reason your savings account isn't offering you that. So if your savings account ain't giving you that, why is some crypto exchange doing it? Because there's a lot more risk associated. That's why. So pretty much our argument is, I think that the distribution of blame shouldn't be so much on crypto influencers, financial influencers, even though they are known for finance because they didn't have the platform to hurt the most people, and they were probably lied to. But you're saying if they would have just dug a little deeper, figured out the 8% back isn't sustainable, they probably should have taken that sponsorship. Well, yes, and it goes even deeper than that. Graham Steffens and me, Kevin, everybody, they're stock channels. Why are you promoting crypto on your channel? You know your fans hate crypto. Listen, 90% of all of my
is that a divide? Is that a divide?
What's up?
Is that a divide that finance people don't like crypto?
Stock people hate crypto. They think it's a scam. Yeah, they think it's a scam.
There's an argument for that.
I don't think crypto's a scam. I don't go that far, but many of my followers think it's a scam and a Ponzi, and they hate it. And Graham Steffens and me, Kevin, everybody should have known that, or probably did know that. They just didn't care because they were getting offered all this money. I don't know, but you should know that. Like, you should absolutely know that. I think the fact that we're going so hard on regulation right now, I think there's going to be mass adoption for cryptocurrency, right? It's not going to be it's like the .com kind of bubble or boom, right? Where people were just making cryptocurrencies with crypto in it. It has nothing to do with the blockchain. I mean, these products are a dime a dozen, right? 99.9% of these products are bad. And I'm not so sure anymore. I'm not so sure. And they are securities. Yeah, no, I think everything that's happening with FTX and Voyager and the fact that it just keeps freaking happening, and I think it's probably going to happen to Binance sooner or later. I honestly, man, I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure.
I think
like I do like crypto. Well, let me say that I like Bitcoin. I'll say that I do like Bitcoin. I'll say that. But I think that what's happened has taken the crypto adoption back a few years. I really do. Like I think all that is the future stuff. I'm not so sure about that. When I look at it, do I think Coinbase will be here in 10 years or some of these other exchanges? No, I don't. I'm not so sure about that. I'm being completely honest. That's what those honest thoughts.
The crazy thing is that these centralized exchanges are not what crypto was supposed to be. There was not supposed to be any centralization. It's all supposed to be decentralization. So it's funny that the gap that's trying to be bridged by regular Joes, they're greedy making money, trying to make crypto more centralized is the reason why cryptocurrency, and I agree with you. It is taking some time back, a few steps back from mass adoption because of what's going down and how many people are getting wrecked, especially something like FTX, right? That had that global mass adoption and those big time sponsors talking about them, right? But at the same time, what you're saying, I do think a lot of cryptocurrencies, the vast majority are just scams, right? Obviously, they're here for a good time, not a long time. There's value in making money and getting the hell out, right? But it's always the greater fool theory. Things like Bitcoin that are finite, right? You can only mine so much of it. Surely decentralized if you get it off an exchange. You can't print more of it. Right? Just used as a store of value, nothing else, because I think Ethereum, crypto.com, those cryptos are securities. Obviously, they're securities,
Yep.
I think that there's a future for crypto when it comes to those, the actual true cryptocurrencies. Yeah,
I agree. I think Bitcoin, Ethereum will probably be fine, but a lot of these other ones are done. It's cooked. It's only a matter of time. Like that's really what I think.
Okay.
And my biggest worry is I'm not so sure crypto is going to be mainstream anymore. I'm not so sure. It might might go back to the underground how it was when I was in high school.
the Silk Road, you buying drugs on it?
Right, exactly. Like, that's really what I think, man.
I don't think so, man. I think this is going to be a good year. And honestly, if it wasn't for the whole macroeconomic situation, I think that crypto would be doing well. And a lot of these companies probably wouldn't have got exposed, which is, I think we need it,
Oh no, they would have eventually got exposed. Trust me. This stuff, man, this stuff happens so many times. This stuff happens all the time. Like you get these cycles where you have bubbles and then the bubbles always burst. It always happens. We saw this before. So it was gonna happen. Like it was bound to happen. Like Warren Buffett says, it's exposing everything. And it's needed. It's good. It's exposing all the foolishness. And now you have a new generation of people who went through what happened in the .com crash. They got to see it first time.
Yeah, crazy, right? This is the first actual real recession soon, right? Real recession soon that a cryptocurrency is going to go through because we missed 2008, right? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I do think mass adoption is here. I think blockchain technology, NFTs, definitely not GIFs, right? Not or JPEGs, not those NFTs. Blockchain technology, getting rid of intermediaries. Cryptocurrency, I think, is the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like I said, I like Bitcoin. I think Ethereum do have some future, but I think the overall crypto space, I'm not so sure after this. I don't think so. And we'll have to see how regulation goes too. Regulation, they might ban it outright. You never know. They might.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't really, but especially DeFi, centralized exchanges.
Ban it for sure.
Yeah. I think the issue is people trying to make it what it is, which is centralization. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be decentralized. We're not supposed to have a couple greedy guys controlling everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why Bitcoin has no CEO or anything like that. It's an anonymous guy who made it, right? Who created it. So, So I guess we agree to disagree, man. I think that YouTube and finance influencers, yes, they do some shady shit, but I don't think they're the main people to go after the FTX collapse. I think they were duped. I think they were duped by SBF. I think their due diligence was looking at all the other companies that promoted them and said, they did it. I can do it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I got a video coming out about Meet Kevin too. Meet Kevin, I did an interview with him. And
I saw that.
Yeah, but when I went back and looked at it like yesterday, I saw that he actually knew about it. And I'm going to expose that.
Wait, knew about what?
He knew about the FTX stuff. He said it in my interview. He said it. He literally said that me and my team saw the red flags, but we took the sponsorship anyway. I'll put it out.
No way.
So that's what I'm saying, man. You can't be so sure. He literally said it. I got the clips.
Yeah, I mean, if you knowingly hurt people, then obviously you're at fault,
He's not gonna frame it as he knowingly hurt people, but when you watch the interview, he literally says that him and his team were like, where the heck are they getting all this money from? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Why are they freaking paying us $100K or whatever a month for this crap? Like, something's not right here. Like, this doesn't make any sense, but whatever, we'll take it anyway. Literally.
Wow.
So if you saw the red flags, why would you promote that to your audience?
That's obviously obviously, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Yeah, if he willingly like, oh yeah, whatever, I'll just keep promoting it, and people forget about it once I stop promoting it.
Yeah, he's probably in here too, by the way.
It's fine.
He's
Kevin,
probably
where
in
you
here.
at?
He can say everything I get on, he gets in. I'm telling you.
Does he really?
He's probably in here.
They watch a lot. What's surprising to me is that they're really sensitive to like people talking about him, talking crap about him, which is kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, if you mention their name, they'll watch the video. They may not comment or say anything, but they watch it.
I saw Spencer Cornelia actually left a comment on my video about me. I was defending him while everybody else was dunking on him,
Oh, what did he say? Oh, God.
He's like, you should read my comment section. And it's kind of crazy. I just don't. It's like, I think he made a mistake by saying my friends, because it's like when you say that shit, like it's like, oh, if you got to blame my friends, blame me. I think it's a little cringy. But he does make a good point on the main source of like your hatred shouldn't be thrown at them. It should be thrown at SBF. And yes, they should take responsibility for the people they wrecked by promoting it. But it's like they got duped. They got fooled too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. I mean, hey, that's pretty much the show, man. I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about, but yeah. What do you think of this whole Democratic situation? What do you think about their links to the Democratic Party? I think that's very crazy, right? Do you think that
we got a few things we could talk about?
Yeah, let's send it. No, send it. What do you think happens with the investigation? Do they dig that deep?
Probably not. I don't think there was any rule breaking. I think the dude just donated to the Democratic Party. They know what's going on. Sam Bankman-Fried's not the only one that does this. This whole lobbying thing and this scummy stuff.
Of course.
Soros and all these people donating to get legislation that they won't pass. This is nothing new. So I don't think, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think anything bad will happen from that in terms of that. I think the Democrats are just going to separate themselves from Sam Bankman-Fried and they'll be fine.
Cool.
Like donating is legal. Like lobbying is legal.
Of course. Yeah, of course. You just, with the way things are going right now on the news, where everything's so political, they kind of shy away from people that are involved because it might make them look bad, right? Like, oh, this guy donated $40 million to Democrats, and he scammed a bunch of people. You know what I mean? The second biggest donor since crazy, right?
Yeah. But it won't hurt the politicians though, because most of the population doesn't care about crypto, so they'll be fine.
They really don't. They don't even knows about crypto.
Yeah,
that's the scary part, is that what they did know about crypto was Tom Brady, like, hey guys, I invest in FTX, or Steph Curry, draining threes on top of the FTX logo. That's what they know. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
so,
I agree. Yeah,
unfortunate.
Yeah. And I did want to talk about Saitama because
Saitama.
I just want to talk about it because I really think I put out the first video on them. Like that was the first video I had.
What? When?
That was the first video I made where my channel actually like got a bunch of views off of it. But yeah, I was dunking on Saitama at the very beginning. When freaking Jake and everybody else went to the freaking Las Vegas thing, that's when I started dunking on them. And I got destroyed in the comments for that.
If you watch that stream, because I got fooled by Saitama too, right? I made a lot of money off Saitama, but I got fooled by them. And if you watch that live stream, because I streamed it live the whole event, you could see the life being sucked out of me, the actual life just being sucked out of my soul. Because at that point where they rolled in two 20-inch LG TVs and had Jake recorded on his iPhone to an audience, and they were reading from their telephones on the notepad from their telephones. Me, a guy working in corporate America, who it has to get, everything has to be perfect for business meetings. When I saw that ghetto Walmart ass vibe thing go down, man, you just knew I'm in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't know you made a video on them. You got to send me a link to that video.
Yeah, I did. I could find it. I made that video back in like October or something like that.
No way.
That was a long time ago. And you had like verified accounts freaking messaging me and stuff. They were pissed, but it ended up, and it's funny because I talked to Bree. I'll be telling Bree, like, I'm pretty sure I mentioned her, Hinnock, and Jake in the video. Yeah, pretty sure I mentioned all three of them in that video because they were all like massive Saitama shills. It was insane.
Well, I started off like nut hugging Saitama too, and Saitama's the reason why my channel blew up at all. I was an early follower of yours. Yeah, your channel exploded off of Saitama. First pro Saitama content, and once I realized we were all getting duped, I made anti-Saitama content, and I lost so many subscribers, and so many people turned on me. But we were right, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? When it comes to Saitama, if you look at their past, and especially the information I've been shared, because I've been working on a Saitama documentary. We'll see what's going on because
nice.
there's a few things that are missing now. Their old influencer, Steve at Rocket Crypto. You know who he is?
No, I don't think I'm familiar with him. You probably talked about him.
Yeah, he was a Shiba Inu influencer, and he did all their AMAs because he moved from SHIB. He sent SHIB to the moon, and then he moved to Saitama. So he did what he did with SHIB to Saitama. Mm-hmm. He left the team in December, stopped making videos, and he has an archive of videos that I need. And he just recently privated them all and came out with his new shitcoin. But I believe CoffeeZilla is going to get the Saitama documentary out soon. He's working on one. I think he is.
CoffeeZilla is?
Yeah, you didn't see him go in that Twitter live space?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was exposing. I had no idea.
Russ's ex-wife. Russ cheated on his current wife, I guess, with a new girl. Yeah. She went onto a Twitter live space and was telling us everything. CoffeeZilla, just like 3 weeks ago, CoffeeZilla joined it, and I was asking her questions about it. So
I would love to see CoffeeZilla make a video on that.
So I might not even do it because everybody's gonna watch his. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that sucks. I know you might have to do another project because there's so many other. Well, no, actually, you know what? You probably should do it just because you really built your following on dunking on him. You probably should do it anyway.
Yeah.
You might be able to beat him to it. He takes a long time to make his stuff. You might be able to beat him.
Especially now.
If you could get yours out before him, you might be okay.
No way, dude. He has a whole team, dude. It's so hard to edit that, like those kinds of videos. I'm working on the intros.
Oh, you mean
intros.
okay. I thought we were talking like a Rodney documentary. No, you mean a real I thought you
I'm trying to.
I'm thinking like where you just talk about it and everything. You mean like a legit documentary.
Yeah, I'm trying to edit and stuff. The intro's banging, but we'll see.
Oh yeah, full-on documentary. That's gonna be a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 20 minutes.
I would still do it.
Yeah, just for whatever.
Even if CoffeeZilla does it, you should still do it.
Dude, what a crazy thing that was in DeFi, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. They definitely have to go to jail for that. Like Russ, something has to happen to those guys, right? What do you say? What do you think when you create something like that and you wreck a lot of people? But technically, they're still in business. Technically, they still made a project.
Yeah, I don't even know what they're doing anymore. I just know they just started Cider Realty and all this other crazy stuff. Like,
that's
what are
fucking
they even
insane.
Doing now?
Jeez, that's embarrassing, dude. Cider Realty it's embarrassing. You know what Cider Realty does?
No, I have no idea.
Check this out. Let me pretend like we're not stoned here. Check this out. I got an idea for you. I'm going to create a cryptocurrency, right? No KYC or anything because it's DeFi, right? We're not talking about centralized. We're talking about decentralized, right?
Okay.
You're going to invest in my cryptocurrency. With that cryptocurrency, I'm going to buy commercial property. Twice a year, I'm going to pay you the profits I make from that commercial property.
Oh my God.
And they're based out of Dubai. Do you want to give your money to those guys?
Fuck no. This was a scam.
Yeah.
You should know right off the bat that's a scam. Like, oh my God. Like everybody should. That's it. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, the thing with Saitama, their original use case, a swap is like a decentralized exchange. There's value in that, right? They're a dime a dozen in crypto, but there's value in theirs, right? So that could be a good thing. So when you look at what their original product is, you're like, oh, okay, that's not terrible. But then they come out with Cider Realty. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And then for me, when I made my Saitama video, I talked about how Russ had like all this like criminal background of like felonies. Willie D on there. First of all, Willie D was the red flag for me. You have some random 90s rapper. That was the red flag for me. I'm like, what the heck? Where did Willie D come? He doesn't know anything about crypto. Oh, dude, like, how dumb are people? And then he had all these weirdo. I'm telling you, man, I'm just gonna dunk on Saitama real quick.
No, send it.
Those people, those are some of the weirdest looking people I've ever seen in my life. He just had a bunch of weirdos who you could just tell don't know anything about anything. Like, where did you find these people?
Yeah.
Like all these people, they're engineers, and I don't know what are these guys' names. He has some guy named Elon on his team.
Mansour, yeah.
Who is that? And then it was like this tall black dude on their team.
That Michael Thompson. Okay, let me. So Max, the main developer, right, was just the guy who had like a small little like a little tech company. It's like a small thing, right? That Michael Thompson guy. He didn't tell us that he wasn't an NBA. He implied that he was, but he just knew NBA people. Elon Mansour, Elon Mansour's a little punk bitch boy because his DMs were. He does not like me. We do not like.
Didn't he threaten to sue you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish they would. Let's go through Discovery, buddies. Anyways, his DMs were exposed, and he was just saying all these weird things about his ex-girlfriend and how he's going to sue my ass off when Saitama pumps again. He said that when Saitama pumps again, he's going to sue me to get the money to do it.
Translation: broke bum doesn't have any freaking money.
Right. I mean, they got money, but they ain't spending it on that. Russ had a misdemeanor. A misdemeanor that was upgraded to a felony, but he took a plea deal and it got bumped down to a misdemeanor again for some sort of forgery, fraud.
Did he forge documents? Yeah, I remember doing that video.
In 2010, Willie D scammed a bunch of people on eBay.
Yep.
By saying he was going to send them iPhones, got the wire transfer, never sold them iPhones. And
I think the Department of Justice for that one.
Yeah. So when you see all these guys coming together, and obviously they're pandering to poor black people, did you see who's Willie D's audience? Maybe lower educated investors, right?
Yeah, it is.
You see these motherfuckers with like big blingy, chains on their necks, spinning it, saying "Invest in Saitama," real shit. It's like
that is what they were going for. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. Who are we targeting here? Right. We're not targeting fucking Joe Smith down the road who spent his whole life investing in his 401k or in the stock market. We're not selling to those guys. We're selling to really low educated investors. You know what I mean? Which unfortunately a lot of shitcoins do.
Yeah. Let's talk about your man Jake. Or do you not want to go there?
Oh no, Jake's my boy. Yeah, Jake's my boy. Yeah,
I know that's the problem.
Yeah, it's my homie. We're actually hanging out this Saturday. You don't like Jake, do you?
That's true. I think him and Henoch are like the same people, man. Like I don't get it.
Oh, Henoch. At least Jake.
What's the difference?
Henoch said Saitama would have $1 trillion market cap this time last year.
I mean, did Jake not say the same stuff? Jake was saying all kind of crazy stuff. I wish I had them videos. We still got them old videos up.
Right. Hey, pull him up, bro.
Bro, he was saying insane. Bro, I was dunking on him back in the day before
I used to
came what it became. But
I
won't dunk on him too hard because that's your boy. But I really do think he was a huge crypto and Saitama shield and meme coins and all that.
100%, 100%. Big Shill would say Saitama. He was the guy, in my opinion, that pushed them to that next level.
No, he did. He absolutely did. Which is why I'd be thinking, like, did they ever pay him for this or something like that? Like. So what's going on there?
There was a guy who came on their channel because look, Saitama didn't really need Jake at the time because so many people were covering Saitama. It was almost better for the YouTuber like myself to cover them because it was good for your numbers, your algorithm, your views. People would subscribe and watch you if you talked about a popular meme coin, which was Saitama, SafeMoon, and Shiba Inu at the time. Mm-hmm. So it was Saitama always bragged about this, not having to pay people. We don't pay influencers. That's what they said. Now, there was a guy, anonymous guy, who would come on Jake's show named Web Surfer Guy, which we think it was one of the devs, right? I speak to Jake all the time about this. We think it was one of the devs, maybe. But they gave away, I think it was $200 million in Saitama, how much that was worth on his show. So at the all-time high, the tokens they gave away on his show, because they gave them away for free, right, were $200 million. That's a lot of money to give away, right, at the all-time high. Now it's probably worth nothing. But yeah, some guy would come on their show and give away lots of Saitama tokens.
Yeah, what's up?
What? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
strange, know. But yeah, that's just how I look at it, man. I thought Jake was like I'll say this. I think the difference between you and somebody like a Jake, I think when you came in the crypto space, you were a lot more genuine. I think you were like, hey, this is my crypto journey. You were following me. In my journey to crypto, and every time I watched your videos, you were very clear about the dangers of meme coins and investing and stuff like that. I'm telling you, man, when Jake first started, it was just it was like a fusion of Henoch and your pop. I'm telling you, that's what he was.
Well, my brand's always a little different from everyone else's, is because like even if I take sponsors, and I have left so much money on the table, right? Because I'm not going to sit there and just kiss ass to sponsors. I just can't. Like, I cannot do that. I cannot tell people to buy something, but because it's going to change your life. Everyone knows that's not the case. At least my viewers know that what I'm promoting, I'll let you know the risks that are involved, right? I can't be a moon boy for a certain cryptocurrency project. Like I'm talking about, like, for example, like Terra Luna, right? I started covering Terra Luna when it crashed, right? Because everybody's watching it. I'm getting the most views I've ever had in my life covering Terra Luna, way more than Saitama.
Yeah, you sure did. I saw that. You sure did.
Crazy.
Bro, I was like, geez, this man is going nuts.
But there became a point where people are promoting Terra Luna Classic like it's going to go back to $100 and $1. That's fucking batshit crazy to me. I cannot do things like that. I can't, because it's absolutely insane. You know what I mean? To tell people, invest into a cryptocurrency product that's destroyed and it's going to make you a millionaire, have $100, because that's what they're implying,
Yeah, you got a freaking soul. Like that's what's missing in finance. A lot of people don't have that.
I'm still trying to make money. Still trying to make money. SBF, where you at, bro? $50K a month? Where you at?
I mean, you getting there. Just keep doing your thing. Like,
yeah, we'll see.
$50K a month. Once you get to like 100K, you start getting like the big sponsors and like the agents start reaching out. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm about to start buying some followers. What about you? What do you feel? How you feel about that?
No.
So many people do that, dude.
I know. One of the people who be on your channel do it, but I ain't gonna go there.
Oh no! Who do? Wait, who?
What's that dude name? Man, look, you know I'm with the messy stuff.
What's he look?
Like,
No, yeah, call him out.
What's that guy's? Was it Ryan Patrick? Hold on, I'm about to expose that.
Wait, Ryan Patrick? Oh, is he the one?
You have some clown who be. Hold on. Yeah, it is him.
Oh, the white dude.
Bro, how do you have 328,000 subscribers? You get 400 views a video. Like,
go to his popular videos. He used to be a dating and relationships channel first, where he got millions of views on his videos, millions. So what happened was with Ryan Patrick, and we have a little bit of beef because he gave me a copy. He gave me a copyright strike. Okay. He was a dating and relationships channel first, right? Mm-hmm. And he switched to crypto, and he was a hard defender of Saitama and Lily Finance. Well, I was calling him out. And he called me out on one of his videos. So I made a whole roast video about him. And I include a tiny bit of his content in it. And he hit me with a copyright strike, which I got taken down. And since then, we've made up. And now he's anti-Saitama. But that's our history, right? So
he had this big following.
Yes.
Because he did the dating and relationships. And then he switched to crypto. And he basically alienated his entire follower base. Yeah. But you see how that still looks really bad, though? For somebody who doesn't know that, they're going to look and be like, dude, you bought your followers. Like, what is this?
Well, my argument was like, dude, you were a dating relationship channel and you did a hard switch to crypto because it's popular. You know what I mean?
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then who's this Faltron dude? You always hear you mention him, but I never knew who that was.
Oh, Lord.
Who is that?
So Faltron, we kind of go way back. So Faltron was a huge Saitama investor, Saitama maxi. I think he's actually one of the people that was a millionaire at the all-time high, but held to the Earth's core, which is absolutely insane. We went at it. Like, literally, when I started talking bad about Saitama, no one was backing me at first. Nobody. You know, until they started realizing it's a fucking scam, But he was one of those really crazy Saitama maxis, but he was big on Twitter. And me and him got into it a lot. He threatened to even kill me, which is crazy, right? On a Twitter live space, he threatened to kill me. Which I'm like, okay. But now
I've had threats like that too. But I just look at it as clowns. I'm like, y'all not like that. Like,
imagine a person
that's just internet stuff, bro.
Yeah, well, I'm saying, imagine taking a threat serious from a person that invested in Saitama. Imagine, right?
Exactly.
Like, let me fucking be scared of that guy. But now he's anti-Saitama, and he's the one who got CoffeeZilla in that space, and he's the one who's been
freaking clown.
Oh, you think so?
That guy's a clown. That's the stuff I be talking about. You're a huge Saitama shield. Then when you get duped to lose all your money, I hate it now. Bro, there are so many clowns in the finance space. Like, what?
Yeah. At least I started talking trash about it shortly after. It only took me like a month. I was like, yeah, we're getting scammed,
believe it or not. No, actually, I have the same path as you. I was investing in Saitama, and I made a bunch of money off of it. And then after the freaking crap that happened in Vegas, I was like, oh, yeah, nope.
Oh,
I knew.
It's looking a little scammy.
Like, oh, yeah, this is a scam. And like I said, look, I hate to be mean to people, but I'm going to just be mean. When you see weird-looking, alien-looking people like Hinnock involved in that, you know. I'm like, this weirdo, I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I'm good. Well, and he used to piss me off because he would do this. What did he used to do? He used to howl like a wolf.
Oh my God, it's so corny.
I'm like, something's wrong with this dude. Like, why are you howling like a wolf on your channel? Did he used to do that? Remember that?
He was not on my channel. We debated.
On his channel.
He
on his Twitter or whatever.
He would start off all his videos when he would start off howling.
Right.
And now he's doing this.
How did he do it though? When he go like, oh, woo, and he would be like, Wolfpack,
what's up? Yeah, Wolfpack, stand up.
Like that. Bro, everybody should have known. From now on, going forward, if you ever see a project that has a weirdo like that doing that, sell. Yeah. Sell. Like, dude, that was my red flag.
Oh,
like, who is this? And then the fact that Saitama was embracing him told me everything I need to know. Because if I was in leadership of Saitama, I'd be like, okay, we need to distance ourselves.
Get this motherfucker.
Like, we need to distance. Like, matter of fact, dude, sell your tokens, get out, leave us alone. We're gonna sue you if you keep talking about. Like, shut up. Like, you're bad for business. But they were retweeting him and liking his tweets. No, I saw that. I'm like, oh heck no. That was red flag.
Dude, 100%. And me and Hinnock, we've had debates on my channel because he called me and my community a bunch of roaches and all this kind of crap, like just talking shit about me, right? And so I said, hey, come on my channel, we'll talk about it. And I pretty much called him out for his dumbass advice, which is, okay, at the crypto market all-time high, right? The all-time high of the cryptocurrency market total was $3 trillion. This ding dong said next year at that time, so 2 months from today, that Saitama was going to have a $1 trillion. Saitama was going to be responsible for 33% of the entire cryptocurrency market cap based on what? You know what I mean? So, and this is the same guy, right? This same guy met some guy at the State of Mask event. Some guy trusted him with $1 million, quote unquote.
I was going to ask about that too.
And he's supposed to turn that $1 million to $100 million. It's a challenge. It's now worth about $200,000, right? But that's because most of it was invested into some dumbass project called Apollo Inu, which is a shit. It's a shit scam coin. Obviously, it is, right? So the person that runs Apollo probably gave him that money, so people would follow Hina because he had a community, whatever. So, and when I was arguing with him, I'm like, what qualifies you to say that to tell people to follow you on your finance journey, to make the same trades you're making when you were giving $1 million and got popular off investing in Saitama during a bull run? Like, what qualifications do you have to sit there and be some expert trader, right? Some lifestyle guy, you're one of those run-of-the-mill fucking lifestyle people on YouTube. Like, what gives you the qualification to do that, you know?
Yeah, man. And I always wonder where he got that $1 million from. So some weirdo, again, freaking weirdos, some weirdo at the Saitama event gave this Looney Tune $1 million. And then he went and lost it all in the crypto market. Because I remember that. He used to be posting like the $1 million challenge. And then he posted these fake videos of him with Snoop Dogg and all this crazy stuff. Oh my God, I'm with Snoop Dogg. I told him that I'm going to turn $1 million into $10 million. Oh my God.
Insane. Man. And like, these people running Apollo are the same people that are, giving him this money because, he has a large audience and people will probably buy Apollo Inu because they see him with it. So I know it's Apollo Inu, right? It's not some fucking, it's not some accident he started investing into Apollo Inu. But dude, I got to show you something and you're going to lose your mind. Hold on. You're going to lose your mind. I'm going to show you something. You're going to lose your absolute mind. So check this out. He was actually featured on this YouTube channel.
Oh my God.
Check this out.
Let's show people
Not
some
the money guy
actual examples of the type of advice we're talking about. Number one, crypto is the easiest path to wealth.
Yeah, Brian, I feel like we hear this all the time, that if you want to be wealthy, crypto is the solution. So let's see if that is what the internet is telling us.
Making millions of dollars in crypto is not rocket science. Buy early on the right projects and sell near the all-time high. That's it. Like and follow if you want to make some money in crypto this year.
Was his advice buy early and just sell at all times?
I swear to God, dude, you can't make this shit up. I swear to God.
He's so dumb.
I know. I'm saying.
Okay, I love that he's on the Money Guy show because I actually love them. They're one of my favorite channels. They're actual real financial advisors, by the way.
No, I like them. Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah,
I watched a lot of
their
people.
Channel. Oh my God, I didn't know they reviewed him. That is so funny.
What, dude? When I saw that, and I saw it late too, I was like, "Oh no way, bro! Absolutely not, dude."
Oh my God, yeah,
yeah. But yeah, I mean, he's still doing. He's still making content. He has a lot. He has a huge a TikTok following, a huge Instagram following. YouTube's kind of, but he's still doing it. Really? You know.
How many followers does he have on Instagram? Oh my God, he has 34. Oh, he don't get no views. Never mind.
Oh yeah, he has
34K subs on YouTube, but he don't get no views. Views is really what matters.
Yeah. Subscriber count doesn't really mean shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, what really matters is views. How many Henok? How many people he got on Instagram?
A lot, bro.
Oh my God, 63K.
Crazy, right? He has a lot. And he gets views on there.
Listen, everybody in the chat. If this loser can make it, you can. Okay.
Do not follow his advice.
Yeah, right. But that guy gives me hope for myself. Like, oh my God.
Dude, 100%, dude. Like, Jesus. And so I had him on my show and we were debating. I was just like owning him. And I'm like, this guy, I'm like, why are you even here, man? He's like, yeah, well, what makes you qualified is that I won a few. He's pretty much his story. His claim to fame was he made some money off of meme coins and he bought Saitama and made money. You know, and what I hate is like, you're no expert investor for buying a fucking shitcoin and making money. It's like,
yeah, I 12x my money on Cardano. You never see me talk about it or brag about it. Like,
You start a Patreon?
no.
Discord?
but I'm saying if I showed everybody those games and also I like Forex my money on Ethereum too, but if I showed everybody that and freaking grifted my way, I could do the same thing. Like, come on now.
Yeah, 100%. Biz says they tried to make Hinock a lifestyle influencer, but the nice clothing, pretty girl assistant, and private jet. Yeah, when he first started his thing, he had this hot chick on there. So shout out to Maddie. Maddie, if you're watching this, why don't you come to San Diego, baby? Because she is so fine. Anyways, but she, they put a hot girl next to him. They put him in a private jet, give him nice clothes to like build up his brand, and like, I don't know what the fuck happened to that.
He's a loser. You could give somebody nice clothes in a private jet. A lame is a lame. Like, look at him.
Yeah.
Look at him. Does that look like so funny? Like, I'm sorry to dunk on the guy, but I really don't like him. So I don't care. I don't care about being mean to him.
Imagine being a neighbor and hearing like wolf howls like at 3 a.m. and some shit because he's making a video for YouTube.
Yeah,
imagine being his neighbor.
Door, like, dude,
hey,
shut up.
Hey, yo, shut the fuck.
Right.
Okay, so Echoes from Above. I just want to know a little bit about yourself real quick, man. I want to hear about like your history and why you started making your channel to call out these influencers. What do you do for work? What do you want to do? What is your goal in life? I'm sure it's in finance or something like that. And why did you decide to start making videos dunking on these guys?
Yeah, great question. Started off broke.
Yeah.
Making
we
money. All. Yeah, started off broke, working in politics. And by the way, this is what separates me from the other grifters. We're going to talk about this in a minute, but started off broke, working in politics and stuff like that. Then I basically like 3x my annual salary by switching to what I do now, which is compliance officer. And then I'm also a graphic designer, and I actually make really good money doing that because I have so many clients. I made cover arts for famous rappers too, by the way. So
wow, no way.
Yeah,
okay, damn.
Yeah, it's pretty lit. So
that's why your thumbnails are good.
They're deep.
They're getting better.
They're pretty. They're okay. They're okay.
They're actually pretty decent. The from where they were at like a couple months ago. We had Classic Crypto in the chat. Classy, you owe me $1,000. Get your ass out of here. Classy owes me $1,000. Anyways,
that 1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah. Basically, I guess in YouTube where I started this. So right now for a job, I'm a compliance officer, right?
Okay.
So I read laws all day, and I work for an insurance company. I'm a compliance officer, make pretty good money, and just want to throw this out there. Me and Strongman talk about this all the time because Strongman's an accountant. This is the difference between us and these other YouTubers. Like, we're already kind of doing okay financially. Obviously, we would love the YouTube money, but half these clowns, like, I'm just going to go ahead and go through the list because it's so funny when you go through it. Jeremy LaFave, financial education, was a gas station attendant before YouTube. Like,
no
I'm not trying
way.
to dunk on everybody. I'm really not. But, man, it's just so funny. Larry Jones, he's another big YouTuber. He has like 500,000 subscribers. He was a Lyft driver, like a Uber driver. And then, bottom line is most of these guys weren't doing crap with their lives. And like Uber driver. That's why it's so easy for them to be scammers and clowns because they don't have any actual skills. And that's what me and Strawman dunk on. You want to follow somebody, at least in my opinion, who has actual skills if you're going to take financial advice from them. Like, holy freaking cow. But anyway, what made me start going after grifters, I used to just talk about stocks and I got no views. And then Kevin sold all the stocks in like January 20th of 2022. And I just started dunking on him like crazy ever since. And my channel started growing ever since. And I just started branching out and dunking on everybody. And then I pivoted because after the drama situation with Kevin, because at first my channel was really just focused on Kevin for forever. And then after the DUI thing, because I got so much backlash for that, I just pivoted to an overall drama channel. I actually ended up embracing it after the DUI thing. So now what I basically do is like finance drama and stuff. But yeah, Kevin selling his stocks is what made me do this. So honestly, if Kevin never sold his stocks, there's a possibility I would have never become what I became on YouTube.
But didn't he announce to everybody they was selling?
No. I mean, he did it. He did it one day before in his Discord. He did it one day before in his Discord, but he announced to the world that he did. But either way, in the stock world, you never sell your stocks. It's the dumbest thing you could do. So that's why I got so pissed at him. You don't ever do that. Well,
I mean, he would have sold at the top for a lot of these, right? In January-ish?
Not exactly at the top. The top for the overall market, like the S&P, sure. But his individual stocks, those stocks peaked back when the rich people were selling. Like when Jeff Bezos and everybody and Elon Musk was cashing out in like November, that was really the top for all those YouTube stocks. That was the top.
You know, what really opened to my eyes to what you're saying is I think Graham Stephan did a video where he showed us like his income and where it comes from. And it's all YouTube. It's not all YouTube, but most of it's YouTube. I was just like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like these guys are YouTubers.
Yeah, but he would have never gotten the opportunity if it weren't for YouTube. Like, a lot of these YouTubers don't. I think somebody who makes money, and I'm not dunking on people making money on YouTube. There's nothing wrong with that. But these huge personalities who try to come off like they're gurus and stuff like that when all their money was made on YouTube, I just have a real problem with that. You know, because if it weren't for YouTube, they'd be just like everybody else. Like if you're more humble about it, like I know you're very humble on your channel, which I really like.
Well, I never pretend to be an expert because I'm not.
Exactly
We're all,
right. If you're
I'm
more,
dumb.
If you're more humble,
you know?
right? And you're like, hey man, I'm just learning, and if I happen to get rich from YouTube, I'll tell you guys I got rich from YouTube. Like I know you, when you finally do get rich from YouTube, which it'll happen. You're gonna tell everybody I got rich from YouTube. You're not gonna lie and say, oh my God,
I'm a YouTuber. Yeah,
real estate investment, all I'm all this crap. So that's my main problem with these people. So yeah, man, honestly, this FTX thing has created a whole new wave of dunking on grifters because. Before, I would get maybe like 1K views a video, but now I'm just getting way more views talking about this because people are finally waking up to what's going on with these clowns. And I love it because I've been doing this since January. I've been doing this for a long time, the entire year.
Yeah, you've been killing it, man. Your channel. Yeah, I'm bullish on your channel and your group of influencers that you hang out with, especially a shirtless guy, Strongman. I subscribe to both of you guys, and I'm just like, this man gonna put on a shirt? He's just yelling at me in his car on the way home from work, you know? It's like, God damn. And you're over here dressed as a judge, which made me lose my damn mind. That shit was so funny, bro.
I thought about coming on the stream dressed like that, but I'm like, I won't do it.
Dude, I lost my mind when I saw that, bro. Like, where'd you get that wig, bro?
Yeah, Party City.
You see, the difference is like, I've always been a person to be able to look at like someone like Meet Kevin or Graham Stephan and be like, because Meet Kevin especially, he just like, hey, about my course. He's like, sorry guys, we have to, the Queen Elizabeth died today. We got to have a moment of silence and make sure you get your coupon code on my course. You know, I'm just like, what the fuck? You know, so people like him, I've been able to like really differentiate between what's like authentic information and what's like someone's trying to sell me something. But a lot of people don't have that kind of thing in their brain. They see anything and everything these guys talk about as like truth. Right? Truth, like I need to invest into this. I need to buy into this because this person is talking about it. So I do get what you mean. And that's probably why people are watching your videos a lot more and blowing up because they're resonating with, they want someone to point the finger at and they think that these guys are responsible, you know?
Yeah. And also I just live for the drama. Like I love drama. I love it. Like that's like that's what we do. Like anything drama and finance, like I cover it. Like, you know, so
yeah. I mean, we live for that, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad I went through some of the things I went through too, because the whole thing with me, Kevin threatening to sue me and stuff, it's just great that now I know how that process
works. That's crazy.
Works.
Can you tell people about that real quick? Because I don't think people know about that. What happened with that? Why did he threaten to sue you? And then how did you resolve it?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you the exclusive because a lot of people don't even know this. I discovered I was doing research on Meet Kevin because I've been on his heels for a long time. Not like that, but I mean, like I've been on his neck, like just going after him, just destroying him on my YouTube for a while. I was doing research and I stumbled upon the fact that this guy got a DUI. I was literally just typing his name in and just I was trying to find something else, and I ended up finding a mugshot. And I'm like, no way this is real. I thought it was fake. I almost ignored it. But then I looked deeper into it. And I discovered that this guy got a DUI. And because I used to work in politics and because I used to be an opposition researcher for the Democratic Party, I know how to look deeply at like court documents and stuff like that. So I found the actual police record and the court case, and I exposed it in July, I believe. Yeah, July 7th, I think. And this happened in May. So that means that this case had happened already and nobody knew. And first I looked on YouTube to see if anybody knew. I'm like, wow, I literally have an exclusive story here. Nobody knows. So I pieced it all together. It took several hours to do. And then I put out the video. Meet Kevin just got a DUI, something like that. And then that was the highest viewed video I've ever had in my life. That video had like 15,000 views in like 30 minutes. Not even joking. It was insane. Maybe like an hour. But either way, that was the most views I ever had in my life. It was insane. Everybody was talking about it. Freaking, I heard through the grapevine that Graham and Jeremy, all the big YouTubers talking about it. It was absolutely insane. And then after that, I did a live stream that same day, and Meet Kevin was pissed. Meet Kevin went in his course member live stream, his little private live stream, and just absolutely dunked on me. Said I'm a scumbag. I'm the worst human being in the world. Blah blah blah.
I saw the comments.
I made that dude's life a living hell, man. It was crazy. And then I did a live stream, and that's when me and Kevin first started to sue me. I did a live stream where I wanted to tell everybody about why I did it, because I actually thought that it was going to go well for me, but it actually didn't. I got so much backlash for that, and then I lost subscribers, and it was crazy. So I did a live stream to explain why I did it, and then me and Kevin actually got in the live. He didn't get on face-to-face, but he got in the chat. So me and Kevin got in the chat, and he just starts threatening to sue me and all that. And I did get scared, to be honest, because I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about like getting sued and all that. I didn't know how that stuff worked. All I saw was this guy has $20 million. I don't even have $1 million. So this guy's going to destroy me. You know what I mean? So I just kind of thought like that. So that was a little worrisome. But now that I know how the whole process works, now I know that he was just bluffing. So anyway, that whole thing happened. Then he went through a whole tangent commenting on my videos and other people's videos saying, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to destroy you, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually things kind of calmed down. And then later on, he actually messages me and says, hey, let me just come on your channel. And then that's when we got on the channel. And that's where everything got hashed out, when him and I actually debated.
Yeah, that was a long.
And that's when everything got hashed out.
That was a long debate, bro.
Yeah, that was like 3 hours. I had no idea it was going to stay on that long.
Yeah,
and
I watched
it. To this day, that is still the best debate of him ever, because he was dead drunk and he revealed everything. And I asked him every question you could think of.
Yeah,
like
he's very
that's the
candid.
best interview. What's up?
He was very candid in an interview.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So that was crazy to me. Like, I feel like if you're like Meet Kevin, right? Especially when he first started going after Grant Cardone and stuff, you know, like, why would you? It's like that thing in Star Wars is like, you know, you were supposed to, bring balance to the Force. You know what I mean? Like, and this guy like starts trying to silence small YouTubers. To me, that was absolutely out of control, dude.
Yeah, that's because he's not who he says he is. And he got all the videos taken down. All my highest viewed videos was during that time, and he got most of them taken down. It was sad. Like, honestly, and honestly, this was my mistake too. There's another YouTuber named Scott Schaefer who we're not cool at all, but Scott Schaefer put out the body cam footage. But I want to make sure everybody knows this. I had the body cam footage first, and I made the mistake of telling people about it. And Scott Schaefer went and hurried up and got the body cam footage. I'll give him his credit. He did give me a chance to put it out. I was scared to put it out because I didn't want to get sued by me, Kevin.
Yeah.
So he said, okay, screw it. If you're too scared to put it out, I'll put it out. I regret so hard not putting that body cam footage out, man, because I had it for so long. Like the same day that I had that I exposed the DUI, I had the body cam footage on my phone. It was like 30 minutes long or whatever. And it was so funny, man. It was crazy.
I watched it. I was like, dude. Well, Kevin did a good job about that whole situation. He was probably drunk, and his best course of action was to just be quiet, you know?
Yeah.
So
which by the way, the Scott guy, he talks about the case all the time. I completely just stopped doing it because I don't know. I didn't want my channel to be known for that. Like, I want to be known as somebody that holds
for drama.
Financial, I want to be known for drama and holding people accountable, but I don't want to be known for going after people's personal lives. I think that's just going. You know what I mean? I think that put a bad name to me. Like, people really think I'm a scumbag over that. So it's just like, all right. So even though I still follow his court case and pay attention to what's going on, because I'm not so sure he's going to be found not guilty on that. I'm not so sure.
Oh, really? Okay.
I still follow and pay attention, but I don't make videos about it. But Scott makes every video he can on it. So
he wants some views, baby. He's
yeah. So
to me that was crazy. But it is his personal life. But you know, it's like it's public information. Like, it's like kind of like a kick in the nuts to post a video about us and explain those sorts of things and expose those sorts of things. But if you're Meet Kevin, it's like it's public information, man. Like, don't abuse the system because you don't like that someone. You know what I mean? It's like you don't get to abuse the system because you don't like that someone put out public info if they just dug hard enough. You know.
Yeah, but this is what I told him too, because him and I, we got each other's numbers and stuff. We're not friends, but I guess we're cordial. I guess. I told him this. I'm like, dude, if I didn't put this out, trust me, somebody would have found it and put it out. Trust me, it's the internet. Like, that's how it goes. So you can't be mad at me and all that. You got to understand that, first of all, you committed a crime or allegedly committed a crime with the DUI in a state that makes all of that stuff public. That was dumb on your part. Like, Florida is one of those states where anything that happens gets public. That's why you hear all these crazy stories. Florida man, because Florida specifically makes all that public. Other states don't do that. So that was your fault. You made the mistake of doing that. Like, he's something else, man.
It's crazy. That guy, look at he's kind of a degenerate, right? But that man, his work ethic is kind of stupid, right? Can you imagine? Like, this motherfucker.
But there's more to it, though. There's more to it, though, because to be honest with you,
he's a team.
He used to. He doesn't have a team anymore, but he used to. He does. Actually, I'll give him credit. He does all this crap himself.
He edits all his videos?
Yeah, he does this all himself. And the thumbnails and all. He does it all himself. I give him his credit.
Wow, that's actually amazing.
Well, I'll tell you his story because I know so much about the guy. He most of his YouTube career, he did everything himself. Like even in 2020 and stuff, he was doing all that himself. He didn't get a team until like 2021. 2021, he got a team. And then he basically, I don't know what happened. I guess he got rid of him or whatever, but he doesn't have a team anymore. He does all that crap himself.
That's kind of crazy because doesn't he have like some program out here in California where he's like trying to, what kind of company is he trying to build? He's trying to build some
He has
sort
a
of startup, right?
called House Hack. Yeah, he has a startup.
Okay. And he like,
He has a
the
team for that. Yeah, you got to have a team for that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
has a team.
The YouTube thing and then his course. Like, dude, that's like, this man does not sleep. You know what I mean? And he has kids and a wife.
Yeah, I don't know how he does that because my
Nuts.
girlfriend hates it. My girlfriend hates it when I'm streaming and all that stuff. Like,
And I'm sure, well, you have two jobs, graphic designer, actual compliance, and then YouTube.
I did stop the graphic design thing. I slowed down to focus on YouTube because there's just more earning potential. But yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really just YouTube and my regular job now. But yes, yeah, still.
Yeah. Damn, man. Well, damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I didn't know me, Kevin, did all that stuff by himself. That's nuts. Graham Stevens, definitely not. His videos are too well edited to do that. You know what I mean? Graham Stevens, if he did his own editing, I'm retiring. I'm done. I know.
Yeah,
No
no,
way.
Graham Stephan has an editor. Andre Jick has an editor. Yeah, all the bigger guys, they all have editors, yeah.
Who do you think's the worst of them all?
The scummiest?
Yeah.
Jeremy Financial Education.
I don't watch him. I know of him, but
that's because Jeremy doesn't like crypto, even though he talked about FTX. But Jeremy's not a crypto guy. He's strictly stocks. So that's why you probably don't know about him. He's strictly stocks.
Is it all you said he was a gas station attendant or something?
Yeah. And him and me, Kevin, are friends. Like they are all running the same. Let me tell you something.
Wait.
Well, they all used to be friends. Graham's not
Millennial Money. What happened to that?
Yeah. Well, Millennial Money, this is my theory. I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. And yeah, I think I'm right on this. I think Graham controls the Millennial Money page, which for those who don't know, that was a channel that had Andre Jig, Graham Stephan, Jeremy, and me, Kevin. And after this FTX stuff happens, all of a sudden the channel gets deleted. All the videos are gone.
I saw that.
Gets deleted. And I think it was Graham. I really think it was Graham. I'm almost certain it was Graham.
Because me, Kevin made a tweet saying like I didn't like approve the deleting of the channel. He said
he made a whole video talking about it.
Oh,
okay. This is where all this stems from. And by the way, if you guys want the exclusive, go over to my channel because I'm the only one who has. I'm the only one who has the exclusive video of me, Kevin, elaborating on him and Graham's beef.
Links in the description.
Yeah. So, but it's my highest view video, so you can easily find it. But basically, Graham unfollowed Kevin on Instagram because I guess Kevin got the DUI that same night that Graham was fighting. You know, Graham had a boxing fight with another YouTuber. And I guess because Kevin missed it or something like that, Graham's mad at him. And then the beef just kind of dragged on and escalated. And now this is just a full-on war, it looks like. This is what I honestly think. I think me, Kevin, is subliminally calling Graham Steffens out. I really think that's what's happening. I think he made that Millennial Money video without saying his name, but I think what he's really trying to say is, dude, put those videos back up. I don't like you much. Like, you know, they're kind of not cool anymore. Yeah. And they just kind of got this brewing war going on. That's what it looks like. So that's where that drama stems from.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't know they had all that drama. I heard of Millennial Money, but honestly, I watch people like I'll watch Meet Kevin because he's the first MFer in the morning to get like CPI data and break it down. And I like that. Like I like him.
He's the most entertaining and he does the best job too. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he's very entertaining. But
there's a bunch of channels that do it, and I'll give Kevin this credit. There's a bunch of finance channels that do CPI and they get the terms wrong all the time. Like why are you live streaming on this if you don't even know what it is? Like at least he gets the stuff right. He knows what he's talking about. Yeah.
And he's so boring. And other people are so boring. He's entertaining. Other people are so fun. And the only person I really like more to get my news from, I'd say that's kind of plain, but gets a lot of views, is Clear Value Tax. That guy, man, is on another.
Which, by the way, him and me, Kevin, had a beef too.
Oh, I know. I remember that during the pandemic, right? I remember that.
I wasn't on YouTube when that happened, but I went back and looked, and that was really funny. Like Clear Value Tax was saying, like he's on heroin,
give up,
coked up, and
yeah.
Clear Value Tax. I didn't know Clear Value Tax.
He's a G, bro.
He's
a G, bro. He's really matter of fact, but his information is like golden. Anybody I've ever followed on YouTube, Clear Value Tax has the best information because it's always matter of fact. It's backed by his own research. He's a CPA, right? Who deals with probably high value clients or whatever. And it's never clickbait. It doesn't need to be clickbait. The thumbnails are not crazy explosions. It's not like breaking or like something crazy. It's just, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is the research I've done. And he's been pretty spot on.
Yeah. It works for him. So
yeah.
man.
Exactly. But yeah, when people look at like these other financial influencers, I think they need to understand that they're entertainers, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But unfortunately, their followings are so big, and everybody new who sees the YouTube algorithm automatically sees them. There's got to be some regulation here. Like, if you should look at what Australia did. I really like what Australia did. Australia actually cracked down on it, and they passed specific laws that specifically target the content creators to say you literally can't do buy and sell alerts or anything like that. That's financial advice. I really think the United States should do something like that.
Yeah, in that whole how much do you think this is not financial advice hold up in court?
Oh yeah, it doesn't hold up in court at all. We know that for a fact. I know you've been saying that on your channel for a while.
Yeah. The best thing you could do is just say, "Hey, this is an advertisement," or put it. That's why YouTube has a tab for it. You know.
Honestly, the best thing they could do is just not do it at all. But they're just so greedy. They don't like
money. Yeah.
Like, I mean, at the very least, I think talking about stocks isn't as bad, I guess. I mean, I guess it depends on how grifty you are with it, but the buy and sell alerts thing, man, oh my God, that's financial advice. I'm buying Amazon at this price. Like, come on, dude. You know people are going to copy and follow you. Like, that's financial advice. Like, it's insane.
Well, I mean, and cryptocurrency, those Patreons are a dime a dozen. Like, a lot of these influencers have those Patreons where they'll ape into like a market cap project of like 50K. And like, dude, if your Patreon has 1,000 people, and some of your Patreon apes into a crypto that has a market cap of 50K, of course it's gonna pump. Of course it's gonna dump. You know, so that's crazy to me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
crazy.
But dude, it was good having you on the show, man. We got to do it again sometime.
Definitely.
Let's do it on yours.
Definitely appreciate you having me on. Appreciate the debate. Appreciate you letting me talk my stuff. And yeah, everybody, if you like financial drama stuff like that, definitely check out the channel. That's all I do. I do the drama.
Yes, sir. Links to your Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube are in the description down below. Let's have it again sometime on Coffee and Crypto, because we have some we get peak viewership of Coffee and Crypto. And let's do something on your show, man. Maybe we can have some sort of crypto bridge where you can dunk on me in crypto. Maybe you can call it a scam, it's fake, and I can defend it or something like that on your channel. I think that'd be good.
Sure, I'll have you on. We can do it.
Cool. All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Make sure you smash that like button on your way out, and I will talk to you all tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. PST. Peace.